Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to crochet this Batwing sweater. Materials I used are cotton yarn, but you can use any types of yarn of your choice. I used a 3ml hook because I'm using very fine yarn. A pair of scissors, yarn needle, stitch markers, and measuring tape. Firstly, to find out the size you're making, the easiest way is to measure from a shirt. Measure the width, and this is our starting point. The length, and also the width from sleeve to sleeve. Once you have the measurements, let's get into it. Before we begin, here's my crochet ring. It is beautifully made and I highly recommend it if you crochet a lot. The link is in the description box, so make sure to check it out. To begin the pattern, make a slip knot. Wrap the yarn around your finger and bring the working yarn through the loop. Once you have the loop, insert your hook and make sure it's not too tight. Yarn over, pull through, that's one chain. Yarn over, pull through, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and so on. The chain is a measurement of the width. My starting chain is 102, which is about 18 inches, and I meet you on round 1. This is the front side of the chain with all the weaves lined up facing us. If you turn it to the back, you will see the little bridges, and we're going to insert into these little bridges. Start from the third chain, that's 1, 2, and 3, this one. Turn to the back. Place a double crochet, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through with 3 loops on hook, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Again, on the next bridge, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And again into the next bridge. So on this round, we're placing a double crochet into every bridge until the end. And I meet you on round 2. To begin round 2, 2 chains. And this chain does not count as a stitch. And turn. On your first stitch here, place a double crochet. And place a double crochet into the next stitch. Place a double crochet into every stitch. And I meet you at the end of round 2. At the end of round 2, make sure not to skip the stitch. Place a double crochet into the last stitch. You should have the same number of stitches as your last round. To begin the next round, 2 chains, 1 and 2, and turn. On your first stitch, this one over here, place a double crochet and place a double crochet into every stitch. By the end of the round, you should still have the same number of stitches as round 1. We are going to repeat this until we have 10 rows of double crochet stitches, and I meet you on round 11. So I did 10 rows of double crochet of 3 inches, and starting from this round and onward is going to be increasing. So we're going to do 2 chains and turn. On your first stitch, this one, place 2 double crochet. That's 1, and 1 more into the same stitch. Then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Place 1 double crochet into every stitch into the end. And I meet you at the end of round 11. At the end of the round, I'm on my last 2 stitches. I place 1 double crochet into the second last stitch, and 2 double crochet into the last stitch. One, and 1 more into the same stitch. To begin round 12, 2 chains and turn. Repeat round 11, place 2 double crochets into the first stitch, 1, and place 1 more double crochet into the same stitch, 2, then place 1 double crochet into every stitch. On the last stitch, also place 2 double crochet stitches. We are going to repeat this until it is 15 inches. I did 45 rows, which is about 15 inches, and we are finished with increasing. It is time to work on the sleeve. This is the end of my row 45, with 2 double crochet stitches on the last stitch. From here, we're going to make a chain for the sleeve. I chain 63, which is about 10 inches, then cut yarn. Moving on to the other side. Attach the yarn into the first stitch. Pull through and tie a knot. Insert your hook and pull through the yarn. Then chain 63. At the end of the chain, add 2 chains. 1, 2. This does not count as a stitch. And on the third chain, place a double crochet. Then place a double crochet into every chain all the way across to the other side of the sleeve. From here, I did 16 rows of double crochet, which is about 5 inches, then I stopped. The panel looks like this after done. Make sure to repeat and make 1 more. I have a total of 61 rows, which is about 20 inches. After 2 panels are made, we're going to stitch the panels on the top and also on the sides. Here, I'm going to show you how I attach the sleeve together, but feel free to use any other way that you like. So firstly, I connect the 2 pieces, and then matching to every stitch, I insert my needle into the front loop on my first stitch and into the back loop on my other layer, and then again from the back loop to the front loop. And front loop to the back loop. I stitch about 19-20 inches until I reach my shoulder. Once it's done, then you can also do the other side. And next, I'll be showing you how I stitch the sides together. To stitch the side, make sure to cut a long piece of yarn and tie to one of the corners to begin. One key thing is to try to match the walls between the 2 layers, because there's no stitches to tell you where the needle should go. And we're still using the same method of in and out as what I'll show you when we're doing the top. Trying to stitch along the very edge and trying to keep your stitches even. And by the way, this is the right side of the sweater, which is the outside. I also made a strap on the top. The way how I did it is I count about 7 stitches from the shoulder, which is about 1.5 inches. Right over here, attach a piece of yarn, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, then 2 chains. And this does not count as a stitch. Into the same stitch, place a double crochet. Place a double crochet into the next stitches. Repeat this for about 7 rows. Add the 7 rows of double crochet, then stitch it to the other side. To begin the cup, make a chain of 18, and that gives me about 2.5 inches. On the second chain, place a half double crochet. That's yarn over, insert. I normally like to insert into 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through, there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 3 loops. And again on the next chain, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Place a half double crochet into every chain into the end. And I meet you on round 2. To begin the next round, 2 chains, 1, 2, and turn. On your first stitch, place a half double crochet, insert into 2 loops, and into the next stitch, place a half double crochet, insert into the back loop only, and again into the next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop only. And I meet you at the end of the round. At the end of the round, I'm on my last stitch. Place the half double crochet into the last stitch. However, I'm going to insert into 2 loops, just like my first stitch. To begin the next round, 2 chains and turn. Repeat last round. Place a half double crochet into every stitch. Remember, your first stitch and your last stitch always insert into 2 loops, while the rest are insert into the back loop only. And repeat this until it is long enough to wrap around your wrist. Once it's done, and we're going to stitch the sides here. Once the cuff is done, we can attach it to the sleeve. And as you can see, the sleeve is so much wider than the cuff. So I'm going to use stitch markers to mark it evenly all around. The way how I stitch this together is I always insert my needle from the sleeve to the cuff. That's all for today. I hope you like my new sweater. Please comment below to let me know what you think. And don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for more creative ideas. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.